Just getting my stream set up for some Final Fantasy 1. We'll be starting in about 4 minutes or so of actual game. So yeah, this is going to be my playthrough of Final Fantasy 1. Now, have I played this before? Yes, I've actually played it a couple times already. All in all, I do have a goal in life to play every single Final Fantasy. I think that is a huge bucket list item for myself. And this would be super cool to just look back on and be like, man, yeah, I beat every single Final Fantasy. So, as far as what I haven't finished so far, I haven't played any of the MMORPG Final Fantasies, nor have I played any of 7. And I haven't played any of 15. And I played about a third of 6. All the others I have had a chance to play. So, number 1, well, actually, let me just go like in general order on the ones that I actually played in my lifetime. So, I played Final Fantasy VIII. Actually, let me even back up a little further. I saw a friend play a few minutes of Final Fantasy VII. Like, what is this? I've never seen a game like this before. I was in middle school. Like, what is this game? It looks pretty cool. But I saw maybe like 10 minutes of Final Fantasy VII. And then maybe a month or two later, Final Fantasy VIII came out. I went all in. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to play this Final Fantasy VIII game. It looks really cool. Super excited. And it was really hard. As my very first Final Fantasy, very first JRPG, I bit off more than I could chew. And I failed hard, super hard. And I would say about 75% of the way through the game, I had to quit Final Fantasy VIII. I was stuck. And for all the reasons why Final Fantasy VIII can be difficult, it bit me. It's a game where the monsters level up with you. I level grinded way too much. In order to become overpowered versus the enemies, you have to use a junctioning system, which I knew nothing about and did not use very much whatsoever. And yeah, I just hit a wall. I hit a brick wall. Jamie, what's up? Hello. Before I start my stream, I'm just giving a little intro to my personal journey through Final Fantasy. So, yeah, I started with 8, and I couldn't complete 8 because it's too hard for myself. But when 9 came out, I'm like, I still love this Final Fantasy. It was like getting punched in the face and wanting more. I totally failed at 8. Went all in number 9, and actually 100%ed number 9. It was so difficult. I did have a guide to do number 9. Yes, the junctioning system is so complicated. I perfectly agree. 9 was not nearly as complex. I love doing 9, 100% in number 9. I'm like, this is fantastic. I love this so much. So 10 came out on the PlayStation 2. I 100%ed it. Then 10-2 came out, 100% of that. 11 was an MMO, which is very different for the Final Fantasy series. The very first time that they did that. And I I didn't want to have to pay for a game on a monthly basis with a monthly subscription for a game I just bought. So forget doing 11. I don't even like that as a Final Fantasy in the general series. I hear it's cool, great. If you're into MMOs, fantastic. I'm just not going to pay for a game on a monthly basis after already buying the game. No. But yeah, I went on to play 12, and I didn't 100% 12 because it was extremely complex with the end game. So many missables and so many hidden special things you can do, but I did a lot of it. 13, I 100%ed 13, 13-2, and only started a few minutes of Lightning's Return, which is 13.3. Um, I want to say before 13 came out, is the point in my life when I backtracked and said, you know what, I actually want to play all the Final Fantasies because I really like these modern ones. Let me go back to the beginning. So after, what would that be? After playing 12, I made it a goal for myself to go all the way back to number 1. I played number 1, and I played the NES version of number 1, and I'm going to be alluding to that a little bit during this playthrough. Then I played number 2, the NES version of number 2. And then I played number 3. Number 3 doesn't actually have a cartridge version, or at least one that existed at that time. So I actually ended up downloading 3 on iOS, on my iPad. And I actually played that during my grad school years. And then I played 4, and then 4 After Years. And After Years was another one that I had to play on iOS, also during my grad school years. After 4... I played 5. Obviously, it's going in order here. I want to say sometime within that. I don't remember exactly when, but I had my playthroughs of 13 as well as 13.2. And then I had started playing 6. I was about a third of the way into 6, but something really big happened that made me pump the brakes on my gaming life. And it's when I found out that my wife was pregnant with her first child. I'm like, holy cow. I'm going to have to put down the controller and become a man, be a dad. So I took a very long hiatus from video games at that point. I want to say pushing about 2 years, probably a little over 2 years of a video game hiatus after just that moment of finding out that I was going to be a dad. This priority shifted. I needed to get through grad school. My wife and I got married earlier in that year before it was a honeymoon baby. So before we got married, I'm sorry, after we got married. Yeah, after we got married, it was a honeymoon baby. Yeah, we got a house that year. It was a really crazy busy year. So even if I wanted to play video games, I never would have had time to do it. Yeah, so I have a goal to still play all the Final Fantasies. So I still have to finish 6, play all of 7, 13.2, and 15. Those are really the remaining Final Fantasies on my bucket list. And one reason I've been hesitant to jump back into it is 15 is so good. I love everything I hear about 15. I hear nothing but good things. And I don't have a PS4, but at some point I'll definitely play it. Probably even a PC version since I have a PC powerful enough to do it. Yeah, I have a goal that I'd like to play all the Final Fantasies with my son as well. When he turns 5, I want to go through Final Fantasy 1 with him, and probably about every 6 months or so to try to play another Final Fantasy in the series. But even with that, it's going to take a number of years to go through all of the Final Fantasies with my oldest son. But yeah, when he turns 5, and right now he's almost 2.5, pushing 2.5, so it's still going to be a number of years before we get to that point. But I want to play all the Final Fantasies with him. Not to try to 100% it with my son, but I remember like one of my most memorable moments as a kid was my dad reading The Hobbit to me, and then reading the Lord of the Rings series. And to me, that was me and my dad going on an adventure, just going through The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. So this is my way to kind of pass forward that gift to my kid of just going on an adventure with dad. Now, I'm sure my youngest one, who's only 7 months now, is gonna be wanting to play too. But you know what? I'm all for playing him again with him when he feels of age. But also at that point, older brother can help out my youngest at that point as well. But yeah, I look forward to going on a Final Fantasy adventure with my kids. So part of me is like, do I really want to go back and play Final Fantasy 1 or any ones that I've already done when I'm just going to be playing them again in a couple years? You know what? After joining Twitch and coming across a number of fantastic streamers such as Jamie, yourself, yeah, having a chance to watch a couple Final Fantasy streams, like, you know what? I want to do this. Not that I think I can do it better by any means, but I think I have a different perspective having a chance to have played a lot of Final Fantasies and just being a super fan of them. So I hope I get a chance to offer that to you guys, any of you guys who want to follow this. is I'm a super fan, and hopefully that can come through in my gameplay and how I just like to play them. By nature, I love 100%ing Final Fantasies. And as far as that, I'm going to get into my 100% story with this one in just a second. Let me go ahead and just post that I'm going live with this on a couple platforms. And do you know what? Are you ready? Alright. So we're going to play Final Fantasy 1. Just so you know the versions of how you can actually play this right now. There's the NES version, which I've played. There's the PlayStation 1 version, which is what I'm doing now. There's the PSP version and the Game Boy Advance version. Those are the 4 different versions that are available. Well, the 4 main versions. So there's probably like a Steam version or something that you can get, but it's just going to be a copy of another one. Let's see, Jamie, what did you say? I played a little of it. My childhood best friends on a Washington, D.C. trip. How funny Final Fantasy. Yeah, it brings up memories. Yeah, Final Fantasy certainly unloads a lot of memories. Best friend via Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy. You know, I still never played Kingdom Hearts. Jamie, if you ever decide to replay Kingdom Hearts, I know you have so many games on your list. You have so many games on your list. I certainly would watch a Kingdom Hearts playthrough. Yeah, you know what? Let's sit back, enjoy the opening scenes, and obviously I'm going to have a lot more to say about Final Fantasy as we get going playing. So, let's do this. So after what, a 15-minute prelude? Mickey, hello! Hi, Mickey. Connor, what's up, dude? Appreciate you guys stopping by. I was talking my head off about just the Final Fantasy experience that I've had in life in general. But yeah, this cutscene was not in the NES version. It is actually exclusive to the PlayStation version. So these are warriors that are trudging through a valley. Hey, Mickey. Oh, thank you very much. You know, all you guys have been a big inspiration to even get into this. I couldn't let you guys have all the fun. So this opening scene of just this epic battle, you see this warrior with this glowing crystal just getting engulfed in these dragon flames. Very menacing looking dragon. Crystal. The crystal itself is such a big theme in Final Fantasy. Maybe a little bit overdone in the early Final Fantasies. Final Fantasy. So we still have a little bit more before we can jump into the game. A great darkness shrouded the world. This menacing looking tower shrouded in darkness. Oh, I'm getting serious. Final Fantasy isn't a game. It's a game. It's not a game. The wind died. Scary storms. Hey, let me know if the volume's a little too loud for you guys too. Like the game volume. Or even my volume, shoot. The sea raged. Yeah, I'll turn down the game a little bit. I love Final Fantasy music. But I'll turn it down for you guys if it's a little bit too much. The earth began to decay. So here, you know, the wind, the earth, everything's just kind of dying. Only a prophecy kept hope alive in people's hearts. What is this prophecy? Everything's dying around everybody. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. We certainly have this darkness right now, so who are these warriors? And after journeying far, 4 young warriors did at last appear. In the hands of each rested a mysterious crystal. There's some Captain Planet shit right now. There we go. So that opening sequence was not in the NES version, but I love the fact that they included it on the reboot. Seven Remake. So I've watched a few people play 7 Remake. I haven't played it myself because I haven't played 7 yet. I know. For such a big Final Fantasy fan, I have not played 7. Yeah. And 15, I'll get around to once ever I get a PS4. Alright, so press the any button. I'm going to load game. So, in this particular playthrough, I am going to 100% it, but I've done a lot of the hard work already. Because, in order to 100% Final Fantasy on the PlayStation 1 version, you have to beat it on easy mode and normal mode. And over the 2 playthroughs, the aggregate of the 2 playthroughs, you have to collect 100% of the items and complete 100% of the bestiary, or bestiary, however you like to pronounce that. So I've done everyone a solid, and I already did my normal playthrough with 100% items and 100% bestiary. So all I have to do is just kick back, enjoy, and play on easy mode. And once that's all done, I will have a complete 100% of Final Fantasy 1 on the PlayStation 1 version. So this is just evidence of my 50 hours that I put into the normal mode playthrough. We're going to be bringing these characters back. We have Justin Cupcake, Lolotov Cocktail, aka Lolo, myself, Jason, and Jamie, or James, in the game. And yeah, the 50 hours, a lot of that time was spent trying to hunt down some of the very rare monsters that exist in the game in order to complete the bestiary. This playthrough is not going to come nearly as long as that. I'd be surprised if it even goes over 20 total hours. So we're going to do easy mode, since we've already done normal. Okay, so let's recreate. So there's a particular trick to how you set this up for your 4 characters. The first slot is going to get attacked and targeted 50% of the time. So your first slot needs to be your tank. So between the 4 characters that we're going to choose, the red mage is going to be the strongest. And this is going to be Lolo. So before I started Final Fantasy 1, during my normal playthrough, I reached out to Jamie, Justin, and Simon, which you guys know as Lolo. And asked them what character class do they want to be, and each of them picked. So Lolo is the red mage, and Justin actually wanted to be the thief, so we'll keep him as thief. And what do we call him? Kick? Yeah. So for any of you guys that actually played Final Fantasy 1, what characters did you choose in your playthrough? I'm going to be a monk. So in the original NES version, they also limited you to 4 characters to name your characters. In the PS1 version, you actually have room for 6 characters to name your characters. So a lot of abbreviations back in the day. And Jamie is going to be the White Mage. So before I advance too far, what did we not pick? We didn't pick the Warrior, so we don't have the true tank that can actually wield the best weapon in the game. So thanks everybody for nobody picking the OP Warrior. That's cool. That's fine. This is fine. And also nobody picked the Black Mage, which is the ultimate with doing any kind of black magic. But that's, you know what, kind of okay, because a Red Mage can do both white and black, just not the highest level white and black magic. So for the most part, our Red Mage is going to do a lot of our black magic spells. Just he won't have the ultimate highest level of him, which really only matters late game. And we'll have Jams. 6 is one of the best for characters. Yeah, for about the third that I played, it has fantastic everything. Fantastic story, character arcs, everything. Alright, so we're good. Alright, let's do this. Proceed with the party assignment? Yes. So, okay, I started saying it before. Character 1 is going to get targeted 50% of the time. Character 2 is going to get targeted 25% of the time. And characters 3 and 4 will each get targeted 12.5% of the time. So I have it basically ranked right now from who can take the most to least damage. You gotta love overworld music. Always love the overworld music. Alright, so, shit. We have no guidance. Like, when you first play this game, you're given nothing. You're just a light warrior thrown, and I love how you get like the overworlds. So if I change formation, we could actually see real quick what each of them look like in the overworld map. I'll just give you a little peek at that. Give everyone their day in the sun of literally in the sun, checking out what they look like. Pretty dorky looking sprites, but hey, it is an upgrade from the NES version. Classic White Mage. Alright, so enough of that silliness. So what do I actually get for doing 100% of everything? So again, 100% bestiary. I really just need to beat the game on easy mode, and I'll unlock the second half of the photo gallery, and that's that. I'll show that off once everything is all said and done, though. I'm not going to worry about doing that now. So let's kick into it. I could go venturing around. I could also die doing that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the story. So these light warriors, we venture to this castle. I do like the fact that there is a sprint ability. This is not sprint, this is sprint. Our king is searching for the light warriors. Wait, can you be? I be. Please go see His Majesty at once. Travelers. It's light warriors to you? Travelers. It is true, or is it true that you are the crystal bearers? Yes. Here's my crystal. The prophecy says, when darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. We come. But, Your Majesty, we have no proof that these 4 are the true light warriors. I literally just showed you my crystal. What more proof do you need? We'll go home. Good luck. Surely it's not a coincidence that 4 warriors bearing crystals have appeared now. Yeah, it's the prophecy. We are the prophecy. Brave ones, I need your help. Please rescue my daughter, Sarah. Garland, once a knight in His Majesty's service, has abducted Princess Sarah. Alright, so we know that this Princess Sarah is missing. The daughter to the king, and this Garland, former person of the court, has taken Sarah. We have learned that he is in the Temple of Chaos, north of Cornelia. Alright, so I need to go north. We attempted to rescue the princess, but his powers are far surpassed ours. So is it powerful as well? Princesses are always missing. I know. She better be at this castle. Otherwise... I'm taking my mushrooms and going home. Alright, perhaps you wish to cross the Northern Strait. The bridge that once spanned it was lost long ago. So there's a bridge that's out. And it's lost. How do you lose a bridge? Not sure how you lose a bridge. If you bring my daughter back safely, I will build a new bridge. Is your daughter made of build bridging materials by some chance? Why would you not build this before? I question all of your trade routes and modes of commerce all of a sudden. Alright, I am counting on you. Alright, anything else? It is just as Lucan foretold. I have no idea who Lucan is. Light warriors, I need your help. Well, I'll be helping. Oh, yeah, bring it back. Yep, Garland has a daughter. We'll get her. Don't worry. I wouldn't be completing the game if I didn't. Blessed be the crystals. Okay, so quick trivia to anybody. What's this? It's rumored, or not rumored, but widely known that chocobos don't appear in Final Fantasy 1. Not true. In statue form, this is the only place that they appear in Final Fantasy 1. So quick little scope out of the castle. Alright, sorry, I've been ignoring chat as I've been reading game stuff. Remake of 3? You played the remake of 3? Like the which version of it? Which port did you play? 3's kind of hard to find to get your hands on, just because it never released on NES in the United States. Oh yeah, they love how the guys are walking and talking at the same time. It's, they're on roller skates. This is the land of the roller skates. We received a report that Garland has fled to the Temple of Chaos, north of Cornelia. Alright, so I must go to... So, the original NES version, as well as this in general, they give you no real... the DS port? Yeah, so that I would say that's probably the best port out of all the versions of it. Because I think they had the 3D models in that one too. Our king is searching for the light warriors. Wait, can you be? I still be. I don't know if this version has it. In the original NES version, there was an invisible person that stood here that you could talk to. I don't think this version has it though. Nope, that's right. Garland was once an honorable knight. What could have driven him to such hatred? I don't know. Oh, please rescue the princess. Yeah. Totes will save. Who is this? I am Jane, Queen of Cornelia. Please save my daughter. I beg you. Land of roller skates, yes. The queen has shut herself away in her room out of grief. I assume that's the queen, since they mentioned the daughter. Who else can I talk to? So, I mean, none of this stuff is really necessary. I'm just giving you guys some flavor right now. Jamie's your Coca Bro. Sob, I want my sis back, so this must be the princess's sister. I wonder if it's older sister or younger sister. I think, like, the oldest usually gets taken or whatever in a lot of fantasy games. Take us to Flavor Town. Yeah. I mean, there's going to be silly conversation. I don't think it's going to be worth it that I'll pass on. But anything that actually, I feel like, adds to something, I'll include those conversations. Our ancestors sealed away weapons away here, and left the key in the Elven Prince's keeping. So this is actually important. So ancestors have weapons. Where, I don't know exactly yet, but there's a special key to get to those weapons that was given to the Elven Prince's keeping. He was to guard it until the Light Warriors came. Well, we're here, so where's this Elven Prince? We'll find out later. Same thing. Yep, and this is the locked door. The locked door. We'll be coming back. For all of you Chocobo lovers, I highly encourage you to check out the lyric versions of the Chocobo songs from Final Fantasy 13 and 13.2. 13.2 has a rock and roll version. So, okay. Saving in this game. All of you spoiled Final Fantasy people are used to saving on overworld maps. That's not a thing. I can do memo quick saves, but that's about it. If you actually want to save in Final Fantasy 1, you actually have to go to the inn or use a tent. The problem with a tent is that they're hella expensive. The problem with the inn, you gotta pay to stay. So saving in this early game, brutal. You have to pay money to save at inns, or use tents or cabins or sleeping bags. Alright, this is Cornelia, the city where dreams are woven. Oh, and another pain in the ass about this game. This game doesn't have Phoenix Downs. Well, I'm sorry. The Game Boy Advance version, which is the last of the older ports, does have Phoenix Downs. But the NES version and this version, no Phoenix Downs. It seems such a long time has passed since I left the town of Parvati in the east. You know, wait, does that mean you do or don't like this music? Oh, please rescue the princess. Yes, we've talked. Oh, and if you have a character die, again, no Phoenix Down, so you have to come to these temples to pay crazy amounts of gold to have this guy revive him. Oh, yeah. As far as, like, Final Fantasy reuses a lot of music, and most people don't know that a lot of them started Final Fantasy 1. His Majesty believes the Light Warriors will save the princess, as a prophet Lucan told him. So we don't know who Lucan is just yet, but he seems to be a very wise prophet. Prophet Lucan left Cornelia, saying he was off to find a crescent moon. Alright, so this is the black magic shop and the white magic shop. I want to at least pick up Cure. I'm broke as anything right now. Oh, one other big reason that this is an easy version versus a normal version. In the easy version, everything costs half as much, which is super sick. So we're going to get Cure for you and our red mage who can do both white and black magic. All right, we're not going to go crazy because we need to afford some weaponry. Get. I don't know if he's got that. They were blocking me. All right. Let's see. So my red mage, I'm gonna give my red mage all of the elemental stuff. So notice there are 3 dots. You can only have up to 3 different spells per spell level, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So notice as spell levels go. Right now, level 1, 2 of 2. Think of Dungeons and Dragons, where you only have spells that have spell levels and the number of times that you can use them. So throughout the course of the game, I'll unlock 8 different spell levels, and each level can have a total of 8 different spell charges. Right now at level 1, you get 2 spell charges for level 1 spells. So I can use Cure twice before I have to heal. Brutal. So there's no MP per se, like you're used to in a lot of the modern Final Fantasies. Alright, so we just blasted a lot of money on magic, so let's get some armor. Shirts are... Well, alright, so chainmail is going to go to our tank. Leather armor, I'm going to get 1 of those. So leather armor, not as good as chainmail. Leather armor is going to actually only go to the thief. So this is not equipping it. I'm just buying it right now. and the shirt is only going to go to our white mage. So you may be wondering, why is the monk basically cold and naked right now? Well, the monk actually has maximum stats when he has nothing equipped, which is ridiculous. Equip. Optimize. 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 I've heard Dragon Quest is fantastic. So Dragon Quest, I believe, the very first one came out around the time that Final Fantasy 1 came out. Alright, Jams, the White Mage Jams is going to get a hammer. And Cake and Lolo are going to both get rapiers. I can actually... Is this family friendly, Jamie? I'm not going to read that. I'm not going to actually get the nunchucks for my monk, because he actually attacks better when he's barehanded. Oh, I didn't know, but thanks for the reference. Hi there, handsome. Wink. Oh, and for all of you who don't have clean faces, wash your face. Moral of the story. There's a virus going around. Wash. No, I actually have not seen that movie. I have no idea what you're referencing. But that's alright, I'm not cultured. Social distance, yes. So, I'm going to grind up a little bit. So we know that we need to get Garland. So what do we actually know? We need to get Garland. I'm going to turn down the music just a little bit. Let that music soak in. Alright, so goblins are very basic enemies in this game. They're not going to really yield too much as far as experience goes, but you know what? I need some basic levels right now. I'm going to get to like level 3. Experience points are going to come very quickly. I'm an idiot. I didn't equip our weapons. This is going all right. Can I actually kill them? Or is this going to be terrible? We're just going fisticuffs against these dudes right now. We'll kill them. This is absolute. You know what? I can equip the weapons right now. No, I can only equip. All right. Well. I'm gonna have to use some magic. I just want to get out of this battle. Then I need to equip my weapons. I got 2 antsy. Alright, so that's the very fancy fire. Maybe I'll show off Bolt next time. Bolt. So, I know I've alluded back to the Final Fantasy 1 version NES a few times. The Final Fantasy version, Final Fantasy 1 version NES is regarded as the hardest Final Fantasy of all the different Final Fantasy 1 ports. Why? Because when you attack, I'm just able to hit A for the most part, and if one enemy dies, it'll just auto target to the next enemy. In the NES version, if you targeted something that died, it's going to attack into that empty space, essentially wasting that attack, that round of attacks, which really sucks. So I love the fact that in all of the remakes, they'll auto target the next available enemy instead of attacking into a blank space. It required the NES version to have a lot more big brain moves in order to not die. Because you would, if you were not thinking, you would certainly waste a lot of time. Alright, yeah, we need to finish equipping. And I may end up getting my nunchucks for my monk, for the simple fact that at level 1, the barehanded isn't all that good. So I have 31 gil. I don't remember what the... Alright, I'm going to do another simple fight with actually my weapons, so you can see a little bit of a difference. And then I'll heal up and I'll go after Garland. 18, that's what I'm talking about. 32, look at that. Good job, Jason. Look at that, hammer time. Dying to the White Mage. White Mage, OP, please nerf. Alright, do I have enough of those nunchucks? Because my monk kind of sucked it up. Not really carrying his weight. 8? Yeah, super cheap. Toxic gameplay. I mean, this is on easy mode. And I'm probably like super close to even leveling right now. Yeah, next level 18. I think before I heal, let me just get one more level, and then at that point I'll go for Garland. You technically don't... You can beat Garland on level 1 if you really wanted to. He's just going to be super weak. Oh, and just so you have some context, map-wise, we're here. And let's see, R1. We want to get here for Garland. Anything else but goblins? Actually, I do know where to go to not have to fight goblins. Alright, everybody should be able to kill a goblin on their turn. So, let's see. Nice. So what's kind of sad about the White Mage, sorry Jamie, but as far as weapons go, you're actually going to be sticking with the hammer for like half the game. It really doesn't get any it doesn't really get any better weapon-wise for the White Mage. There is a staff that I'll pick up about halfway through. That's going to be really important. And then at the end game, there's going to be an upgrade to the hammer called Thor's Hammer? That's like the OP White Mage. Yeah, smashy smashy. So I doubt I'm getting the experience that I need right now, so I'll venture out a little bit. So if you're right around the castle, you know what? Goblins are so weak, and they basically give you nothing. I'm going to venture out a little bit further. I gotta get something accomplished in this first stream. Can't just fight goblins the whole time. So they got a preemptive strike on me, so I had to wait for a round of attacks. Oh, you know what? I never equipped my nunchucks. What an idiot. Still getting minimal experience, but I'm probably still getting close. Hey, you guys can say whatever you want in chat. I'm just not going to read it. It's not that I won't say it in life in general. But I've got a pure image to uphold. So I got my nunchucks. Alright, so I think I'm super... yeah, I'm gonna actually cut down on the Final Fantasy music and just play some Christian slow rock. Or whatever that is. No. No, guys, it's all good. I don't really care. I mean... In personal life, I definitely don't hold back from cussing or whatever, unless I'm around my kids. Alright, so we all experienced, we all leveled up, all leveled up, all leveled up. Alright, so we leveled up. Good times. Let's heal and go after Garland. So one thing that's also different about Final Fantasy 1 when it comes to leveling is the amount of stat gain that you get in every category is on a random number generator. So the HP that you gain is going to be within a range, just a random number within a particular range. Is this what I want to do? I think I'm going to go here. Because I still continued the New Game Plus. Yeah. It's fine. Look how much farther we have to go. Alright, Connor, yeah, I understand it's late for you over there. I super appreciate you stopping by. Maybe you catch the VOD later if we check out that Garland battle I'll be getting into shortly if you feel like it. Alright, we're gonna go after Garland. This princess, I don't know how long this Garland character has had this princess, but she's about to come home. Alright, we're fleeing. I'm not gonna engage in battles of 5 goblins. It's gonna just take too long. There's the broken bridge. If you remember the broken bridge they were talking about earlier. Come on, if it was like 2 or 3 goblins, I'd be for it. So a general perk for each character that's in our party right now, the red mage is a blend of the knight or the warrior, a blend of the warrior, always with the groups of 5, a blend of the warrior, black mage, and white mage. So kind of a jack of all trades, master of none kind of deal. I'll do 4. I don't care. Now, the thief, the perk to the thief is he has an increased ability to flee from battle. What a perk. He can equip almost as much as the red mage. There'll be a few items that are unique to the thief. But yeah, the big perk of the thief, he's fast. He's going to have a high speed stat, usually get a chance to attack first. Will usually be able to dodge a lot of attacks. But yeah, fleeing in battle, that's his big perk. The monk. So the monk's perk is once he gains a few levels and can actually start fighting barehanded, he actually becomes the hardest physical damage dealing character in the game. In the original NES version, when the final boss wasn't I guess increased with stats in the later ports, you could actually one-hit the final boss in the final battle with your monk. That's not the case anymore because they made the final boss a little bit harder. So I'm in the Temple of Chaos now. There's a few treasures that we're going to pick up. Leather cap. Actually, leather cap is going to go to Lolo. Since Lolo's in that first spot, and as we learned already, first spot gets hit the most often. And it's important for them to have good tank abilities. Potion. And a tent. Alright. So we picked up the treasures. There are treasures on the other side that I could pick up as well if I really wanted to. Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. There's treasures on the other side of the castle, but they're locked behind, well, a locked door. Just like in the opening castle had the locked door from the Mystic Key. I'm not fighting wolves. There's a couple locked doors that can be unlocked with that same Mystic Key in this castle. So it's not worth going to the other side of the castle right now. So we're just gonna slog our way through this castle. If there's like 1 or 2 enemies, I'll go ahead and fight them. But if it's larger groups, especially those wolves, the wolves are always in large packs. Oh, Jamie. You took a pretty big hit there. gonna have to use the cure. Hey, everyone leveled up. Another good perk about easy mode is you on your phone and got smacked. Is that what happened to your character? Typical James. Leveling up occurs twice as fast. So, or in other words, to put it, less or about half the experience is required from level to level on easy mode. Actually, might even be a third. So leveling up goes super fast. Flee. Yeah, I think it's a third. So you level up 3 times as fast on easy mode. And on normal mode, you are level capped at 50. So this is Garland. On easy mode, there is no level cap. So you can go all the way to level 99 if you desire. Garland. At last, in exchange for the princess's life, all of Cornelia and its riches will be mine. And that's the princess right above Garland. It's hard to tell from the little sprites, but yeah, that's the princess right behind Garland. How long's the playthrough? I think at the pace that I'm going to go, it's probably going to be between a total of 15 and 20 hours. Oh, 50 hours was only because I was 100%ing, yeah. I'm going to estimate between 15 to 20 hours based off of what I'm trying to do. So certainly not all tonight. It'll be a couple weeks. Blasted pawns of the king. No one can stop me now. Very well. I shall take on all of you. Alright. This line right here was updated. On the original NES version, there's the meme line that Garland says of, I will knock you down. Which is stupid and ridiculous. Alright, so this is Garland. Cool horns, bro. Uh-oh. Alright, Jamie, you can't take another hit. Because if you do, that'll be bad. Alright. Jamie, you're actually going to have to heal yourself. See, look at that. Just a moment ago, I was at 2 charges. I'm already up to 6. That's nuts. Alright. Get my spell off. Get my spell off. Alright, good. So you won't die. Ouch. That's okay. You can survive another one. You're going to heal Cake. Just in case you get targeted again. So pretty weak damage right now, but Garland doesn't have a lot of HP. He'll go down soon enough. With any kind of grinding, he'd be dead already. All the sparkly heals. Alright, we're all healed up, so we're actually gonna let the hammer fly. Jamie, you got the winning blow! That's hilarious. Just can't take the hammer. Just cannot take the hammer. You got it like... So, he probably had like 100 more HP left, but that 4 damage had Death Touch on it, which is instant kill. No. That's what I'll tell myself. Warriors of Light. We have saved the princess. Huzzah. We gain all the gold. Yeah, I really wish it was like that. We did it. We saved the princess. Game over. We did it in less than an hour. Speedrun. I love it. Alright, thank you for saving my life. I'm Sarah, Princess of Cornelia. I'm not the princess you are looking for. Please come to the castle with me. My father will be most grateful for your valor. Yay! We saved the princess and we killed Garland. My daughter is safe. I'm in forever in your debt. Let's start with this bridge you were talking about. Lucan's prophecy has proven true. You must be the light warriors of whom we spoke. So I ask you to do what only the light warriors can. No, this is the correct princess. This is the correct princess. I was joking around. Rekindle the light of the crystals. Only then. No, that's alright. I threw my own line when I was reading text, so sorry for that. Rekindle the light of the crystals. Only then will the monsters infesting the world be banished and peace finally restored. To aid your journey, I will build a bridge to the north. You know, I really think you should have done that in the first place for yourself and your kingdom. Because I'm sure you've had no food or trade or commerce whatsoever for however long Sarah's been gone. Anyways, I'm afraid that is all I can do for you. Do it for yourself, dude. It's a bridge. The only bridge in and out of your city. Or your castle. That always baffled me. Alright, this is a lute. This lute has been passed down to the Princess of Cornelia for generations. Garland took it when he abducted me. Had you not come, he would surely have put it into some terrible use. Perhaps accept it as my gift to you. It may prove useful. I bet it does. Obtained a lute. Bless the crystals. Sarah's praying for your safety. Yes, yes, yes. I know. So, I could go around just to talk to everybody. Actually, I'm just going to go to the people who actually mattered. Oh, the brave ones. I cannot possibly thank you enough for saving Sarah's life. You can build a second bridge. You know, just saying. It sounds like bridges are pretty faulty around here. You may want to back up. Sis came back. Thank you so much. You're welcome so much. Oh yes, the bridge. Building bridges. Who's this ponytail dude? Yay! Work harder! Work harder! So I also wonder, where were all of these guys when Sarah got abducted? Because we had 4 low-level light warriors that just throttled... Actually, really, it was honestly just the hammer, Jamie's hammer, that was able to take down Garland. You had this whole army, and you knew exactly where the castle was. It's complete, sir. These guys really couldn't take down Garland? Alright, we have a bridge. Where does this bridge go? So we check our map. Oops, sorry. So we check our map. We took care of Garland. I can't proceed this way because there's going to be a wall of mountains. So I'm going to have to cross this bridge. Before I do that, though, let's heal. Actually, I remember I only picked up 1 white mage spell. Let me go ahead and pick up the other ones that I'm going to want. So Dia is good against undead. I think shield is what I want. Alright, so I have all the level 1 spells that I'm going to need in the game. So that's done. Let me heal and save. Paying $30, 30 gil. I think in the original NES version, they were not yet using the term gil, but rather gold, if I remember correctly. I don't know what the speedrun record is on this game. The PSP version has a broken glitch to it that allows you to equip things that normally you wouldn't be able to equip, that you should be able to equip. Where the speedrun, because of that glitch, speedrunning Final Fantasy 1 on the PSP is like an hour and a half or something crazy like that. The Game Boy Advance version, I want to say, because in the Game Boy Advance version, you can save the game anywhere. I think it's around 3.5 hours for speedrunning. But the PlayStation and the PlayStation 1 and NES version, speedrunning is about 4 hours, 4.5 hours or so. Alright, I wanted to say that before I cross this bridge because cutscene. You should recognize this song. This is the Final Fantasy prelude that plays in every single Final Fantasy, just with slightly different instruments, side melody, or I guess background music. Not side melodies. And so the journey began. As warriors of light, the four youths faced a staggering mission and a stormy destiny. The 4 crystals they carried remained a mystery to them. In ages past, those crystals had radiated a dazzling light. The time for heroes is at hand. Darkness must be banished so the light of peace can illuminate the world once more. We all need a little bit more peace in our world once more. This is the only point in the game you can actually get this song, so soak it in. Oh, maybe the music was a little bit too low for you? I wonder. Or when it ramped up at the end, maybe it was easier to hear. Yeah, so now the adventure truly begins. Not wasting time on goblins. So one nice thing about playing on easy mode, leveling is going to happen so fast because of the AAA experience. I really don't need to spend too much time grinding and wasting time with every single battle. So we're going to take a quick detour before we go to our next intended town. The detour that we're going to go to is a particular cave that has some goody items in it. And we'll get a little bit more story as well. The only danger is that there's some big bad dudes once you get close to the cave, but I'm probably too weak to actually fight. And I think right about here is when I'm going to start facing them. Cobras. I think I can take these guys. Uh-oh. Alright, they only attack for 1. That's not too bad. Alright, so I'm going to have them do a second round of attacks. Ooh, I got poisoned! That is not good because I don't have any items that can cure poison. I'm going to have to run back to town. And I'm likely going to die on the way. I need to get something that can cure poison. Shit. Lola's going to die. Run. Oof. Battle already. So the encounter rate is absolutely horrendous. Final Fantasy 1 in general is notorious for being really bad with encounter rates. All the different ports of it. It is regarded as one of the hardest Final Fantasies because it's not linear. I mean, it's linear in the sense that you certainly have something next that you need to do, in order to do the next thing, but they give you so minimal hints of what that next thing actually they give you so little hints of what that next thing is supposed to be that you really are walking around blind. And that's another reason why you pretty much have to talk to everybody that you come across as well, in order to start getting those hints of where you actually go next. Is there a back door to this castle? Or do I have to go all the way around? Stupid poison. Just wrecking my day. Alright, lesson learned. Get things that cure poison. Nope, I gotta go around. I've played this game too many times. I could probably narrate it without even looking at the screen. Oh, no, I didn't want to go to the castle. I wanted to go to the inn. Well, I'm new to streaming, but I'm gonna die. Man, how many times do I stop right on 1 HP? So, I mean, I am new to streaming, but I've done a lot of public speaking. If that matters for anything. Yes, let me get, like, lots of these. Maybe not that many. And I usually do a podcast as well. Sushi. Ooh, I love sushi. What'd you get for your sushi? Alright, so I got some ways to cure my poison now. That really sucked. That set me back a little bit. But let's save. Avocado roll and cucumber roll. Very nice. Yeah, I like tuna and salmon as far as sushi goes. I know you don't do the fish thing. Alright, so I had to backtrack. That kind of sucked. I had to backtrack because I got poisoned and I forgot to get my antidotes. Love sashimi when you eat meat? Salmon is best? Yeah, I love salmon. It's my favorite fish. The wife does have some shellfish allergy and also does not necessarily like the smell of fish. So we don't do it too often. But I'll occasionally treat myself when I'm flying solo for a night. But sushi could also get really expensive. But I understand it's like literally handcrafting your meal for you. So I understand that most times it's worth the price. But man, it can get really expensive. I love the buy one get one deals that a lot of places do. Crazy Horse. I will fight the Crazy Horse. The Crazy Horse attacks for a hell of a lot of damage. So I hope it doesn't obliterate me too bad. Oof. 2. Alright. 2 is fine, and it's only because pretty much all of my armor and defense is on my red mage right now. Everyone gets level up. Favorite places in Raleigh? Aw, man, where do I start? Well, actually, I know where I started. It's NC State. Duh. Yeah, Raleigh's really cool. I mean, emotionally, it's going to be tough to talk any kind of politics with present-day stuff going on. I understand why everything happens as it's been happening. It was very sad to see Fayetteville Street in downtown Raleigh have the degree of looting that took place last week. I work off Fayetteville Street, so to see the buildings that I frequent every day. To see them smashed in, broken into is disheartening. Again, I understand. I understand why. Thump! Ow! Alright, so this is a little side quest. The Crystal Eye? The Crystal Eye? Thump! Ow! I can't move right now. Right now I'm just... Curses! I can't see a thing without the Crystal Eye. Who on earth stole it away from me? Alright, so this crazy lady... Do I have to go through the whole thing again? No. So she can't see because she has a missing crystal eye. You haven't been to a state game? That's it's fine. I'm not as offended as one might think. Hey, there's the antidote. I could have just gotten like 5 more steps and gotten my potion, my cure poison potion right there. Yeah, I love myself some state games. And obviously, I mean, look at my username, Jason NCSU. For context behind that, I graduated in 2007, which is why I'm Jason NCSU 2007. But yeah, I am a big super fan for all NC State sports. Nobody was able to flee. Flee. I would say football, basketball, baseball is what I've been the most to for NC State athletics. But I've also... Oh my gosh. Wolves are so hard to run away from because they are really fast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Come on, thief. This is the one thing that you're supposed to be known for. Can't even run away from some wolves. Yeah, football. I have a lot of weird little bucket lists. I want to visit every football stadium in NC State's sports conference. And I've gone to almost all of them, with the exception of a few. Oddly enough, I have not been to Duke. Oh, I need to do some curing. Lola's getting a little bit low. I haven't been to Duke to see an NC State Duke game before. That's one of the few ACC stadiums I'm yet to go to. I've gone to a lot of NC State games at UNC, which I'm very thankful for the most part. We won almost all of those. I would say my biggest accomplishment as an NC State fan would be the year that I went to every single football game, both home and away, for an entire season. That was a time. It was expensive, but it was a time. One reason I was able to get away with that was because it was the very, very rare season where we actually had 8 home games and 4 road games. I got super lucky the fact that there were 8 home games and only 4 road games. And I think some of those road games included like Virginia Tech, Boston College, Florida State, and I'm gonna get throttled if I try to battle this. I forgot the 4th away game. It was either Wake Forest or UNC, one of the two. Is my wife a super fan? No, she tolerates me being a super fan, which is nice of her. She actually was born and raised in upstate New York. I'm probably gonna have to do more healing. She was born and raised in upstate New York, and went to a fairly small university, sports-wise. So yeah, she tolerates me being crazy. I really tried hard to convert my sister into an NC State fan. I brought her to a number of games, and even to this date, my sister is yet to ever see NC State lose in person. Yet, she did not choose to go to NC State and decided to go where all of her friends were going to go to school. UNC. So she is literally the blue sheep in our family. But I still love her because she is family. She could also give a rat's ass when it comes to sports. So she is never going to rub in the fact that UNC dominates NC State in a lot of sports, to be perfectly honest. I wish that was not the case. But hey, we got to call a duck sometimes. And sometimes NC State straight ducks. Yeah, for me, for college athletics, it's the atmosphere. It's the pageantry of it all that makes it really special. Even if you didn't go to the school, if you feel connected to that school in any way, whether it's a local team or somewhere that a friend or family went, or sibling, well, still family went, there's a connection. I feel more so than what you kind of get from professional sports, if that makes sense. There's a greater degree of ownership and pride in my eyes. Alright, we're in trouble because we're running low on heal abilities. So we're going to have to start fleeing. But, oops. We're going to have to start fleeing. I was really tempted to fight those 3 horses because I knew I was going to get a lot of experience out of it. Yeah, for the most part, I'm going to be fleeing until we get to our next place. Oh, and here we are. Yeah, I take NC State sports quite seriously, but not... I don't want to make it sound totally like that. I take it seriously to the degree that... Nice. It's not going to ruin my day if they lose. But man, I want them to win like nothing else when it's game day. I get really nervous. I'm one of those people that will pace back and forth during a game and sometimes can't even watch. I need to like peek behind my hands or be like in a next room with either the volume down or just like watching the face of other people watching the game to look at their reaction to try to interpret what's actually happening in the game itself. But you know what? NC State has given me a lot of good times. I certainly cannot complain. Alright, we're in a new town. What is this town? Arg! They're here again. The pirates came and sacked Provoca. Provoca. Wish they'd go back out to the Aldine Sea. Well, sounds like they suck. I was accepted at NC State for undergrad. Nice. You don't have to answer this if it's too personal, but why did you choose to not go? Oh, you already answered. I didn't go because I was sick and needed to get around a smaller campus. I gotcha. Went to UNCW. I mean, UNCW is still a good-sized campus. I've had a chance to go to their campus a few times because one of my friends did grad school there. Marine Sciences. Alright, so we're healed up. Yeah, and there's some good beaches around there too. I had a couple friends that lived there for quite a while. Every Memorial weekend for a few years in a row, I would go visit them and go to the beaches. Alright, we can't afford any level 2 white magic right now. So, that sucks. We'll have to save up for that. There's nothing in... So, just so you see what was there, there's nothing in particular that I'm going to really want, because there's nothing here really offensive. So, cures darkness, prevents foes from casting spells, reduces lightning damage, raises evasion. They're all going to be important, like, later, but none of them really matter now. Yeah, fun downtown. I've had a good number of fun parties that I've attended in downtown Wilmington. Now, as far as black magic goes, I definitely want that ice spell at some point. That's probably the biggest one to actually gain. Raises attack. Yeah, that's going to be good too. But I can't afford it now. Full disclosure, I'll do a little bit of grinding off stream for the sake of just buying these kinds of spells. So these are the pirates that they were complaining about a moment ago. I'll talk to them in a second. I'm just checking out the shops to see what is actually here. No, I don't need any of that. So this particular town, what's going on with it? It is currently under siege. Don't want that. Already have that. Nobody can equip this. Nobody can equip this. Everybody can equip this. I'm going to go ahead and buy 3 of these. And put it on everyone but my... Optimize. 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 I wonder if I'm ready. I think it's around level 10 or so that I'll take the nunchucks away. And really show... It is very hilarious. Quite hilarious once you see the monk fight without his weapon in hand. The damage output just gets stupid compared to where everyone else is at. So is there not a weapon shop? I could have sworn there was a weapon shop. Oh, I missed it. I don't think there's a weapon I can necessarily benefit from right now. Yeah, it's the same hammer. I can get a broadsword and scimitar. So scimitar for the thief and broadsword for the red mage are going to be hashtag life goals. I wish in New Game Plus I could resume with all the money that I left off on in my last playthrough, which was 99999 for all the guild spaces that they actually had. Yeah, that'd be too busted if I could. Alright, so what are these ugly looking pirates doing? Ransacking this town. Say, I don't think you know who you're talking to. Fellers, teach these guys how to respect the great pirate Bike. So is your name Bike, or am I going to fight a pirate bike? Like, a bike that you guys ride on? Like a tandem bike? Just kidding. Aye aye, boss. We'll take care of him. So these 2 pirates surround me. But there's 9! There's always 9. There's always going to be 9 pirates in this battle. But they go down like, well, family friendly. You know where I was going with that. Alright, let's get these angry pirates surrounded. Oh, we took the first one down. Are they getting nervous? They got one hit. They got one hit by one of our party members. Another pirate down with one swipe of the blade. Another pirate down with a slice of the nunchuck. Or thwack of the nunchuck? Yeah, let's call it a thwack. Another thwacking. Guys, stop missing. Not that I'm gonna die. Look, I'm barely taking any damage. Alright, James, you need to get a hit in on this round. There's 4 left. Get yours. There you go. and we're in the game. Hey, and we leveled up as well. This is what I'm saying. Just look how little battles I've actually done, and I'm already on level 5. This probably took like an hour of gameplay. Well, I mean, it's been an hour and a half now, but like an hour of like intense grinding gameplay. Oh no, they fell over. Oh, I'm so sorry, sirs. Won't do no bad from now on, I swear. Here, take my ship. Whoa, that's a pretty big, generous prize. I would have settled for you to leave. I'll take a shit. I mean, shit. If you went to jump somebody with like a big crew that of your posse, and 1v1 everyone just got like one hit KO'd, you probably would give him your wallet, your car, and your house just to leave you alone. Tame the ship. Funny story, this is the only ship in all of Final Fantasy 1, so I have the only boat out of everyone in existence. You win. Yeah, you win. No bad deeds anymore, sir. Really, just look into my eyes. Really? Eyes? You're wearing an eye patch, bro. How can I trust this? Alright, now everybody better be thankful. Start kissing my boots. Oh, yeah. Reading. We thank you. We thank you for teaching them a lesson. Those rogues no longer threaten us. Yeah. You're welcome. I hear there's a land of elves far across the sea. Ah, we learned about elves not too long ago. Remember, the Mystic Key was in the hands of the Elf Prince. Far across the sea. Well, good thing I have a boat. Where its prince has fallen under a curse. Shit! I was just saying how this prince has a key and he is under a curse. That's probably not good. It's almost as if there's going to be more things for us to do and quest upon. We thank you for teaching them a there's the same thing. Did I get gold for that? Like, oh, yeah, shit. 410. I can get something? Question mark? I think I got everything I can get from here that I wanted. Yeah. Oop. I don't want any items. I'm good with that. Let's see. I think the most important thing that I can get right now is probably going to be weapons. Because spell-wise, it's not all that important yet. Can't get the broadsword, but let's get a scimitar for our thief. And I might have... Ooh, yes, I have just enough... You know what? No. I was about to get a 250 gil spell, but I would have been stuck at 1 gil. Not enough to save. So, glad I avoided that. Alright, so let's equip, because we learned that that's a thing. Oops. Alright, scimitar. So, a thief is going to be coming in with some more damage. Sounds good to me. Oh, you are another NPC? What do you have to say? Oh, more thanks. No problem. Mohawk guy, what do you have to say? Ships can only dock at a port, and there are no ports further north. Okay. So let me save, and I'll show you exactly what that means. Because that's actually subtly, low-key important. Alright, sleepy time. I know I've shared this once in a while before, but bedtime for my kid is hilarious. Because we sing a song as we get ready for bed to the tune of Peanut Butter Jelly Time. We sing Putting on Our Jammies Time. And my kid doesn't appreciate it, but I think it's hilarious. The other one that I do when it comes to just getting changed, because he just kicks and screams whenever we try to change him, whether it's for pajamas and whatever, even putting on diapers, kicks and screams. So I tell him to pants like nobody's watching and to cry like nobody is listening. It doesn't work, but it makes me happy inside. Alright, we're on the boat now. I don't know if I did that way too fast. But yeah, I'm on the boat now, and I'm going to travel. These Sahagins are a pain in the ass, but you always have to beat the Goggler first. The Goggler only has one attack, and it's to paralyze you. Case in point. But the Goggler always dies in one hit, which is appreciated. But you really have to kill the Goggler first, otherwise you can get locked by having everyone paralyzed, which sucks. You like the Get Low song? Yeah, that's my dinner time song that I'll sing once in a while. From the windows to the crib, to the drool drips down your bib. Please eat, 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 mama's baby. Please eat, 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 eat. I think this is the extra line that I keep saying where, all them babies crawl. Yeah. Good times. I'm that dad. I am that dad. I swear sometimes I had children just to make myself laugh. A+ parenting. One day, my kids will have my sense of humor. Or my wife's sense of humor. I mean, my wife's one of the few people that actually laugh at my stupid jokes. Oh, she finds them funny. She's cool with them. She'll give me a really solid, hearty eye roll every single time, but she does find them funny too. It's like the one redeeming quality that I have to my wife is accidentally being funny sometimes. Alright. Oh, I was going to talk about the map situation. So a moment ago they said that ports, there's no ports to the north. That actually matters. Alright, I just zoomed in a little bit. If you see those like little weird like Tetris looking pieces that are against water, those are ports. And the little shiny diamond right now is my boat. So I just came from the place to the right, that larger rectangle. I started off to the place to the left, that up and down rectangle piece. That was our starting castle. So notice that we're kind of landlocked right now, which is an issue right now, but it's the game limiting us from just free roaming everywhere in the map. We're kind of limited. There's really not a lot of place. I mean, if you notice dock-wise, there's a dock where I just came from. The dock that lets me get up to the cave that I went up to. The dock that brings me to my starting castle. And there's a dock up here that I could technically go to now, but that would be skipping a story point, and I would just have to backtrack if I didn't go in order anyways. But technically, you can skip ahead to that spot now if I really wanted to, if I wanted to go out of order. Notice they mentioned earlier there's no docks to the north. So you're not going to see any docks on the north. So, you're wondering, how do you get there? Well, even once I become unlandlocked, I could go around there with my boat. I just can't go on it. So, we might be talking airship a little bit later. Alright, so right now I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Fighting privateers are really good at this point in the game. They're a little bit stronger than the pirates I fought earlier, but they provide a lot of gold in comparative to other enemies at this point in the game. Jams with the death blow. Two death blows. What do you even need the rest of us for? I feel like we're just getting in the way at this point. We're gonna have to check that hammer for performance enhancers. Alright, so we're undocking. Yes, okay. I was trying to remember what direction I had to go. But south, this is our... So, why are we here? Let's take a moment to even explain that. So, in the last town, we were told that there's an elven prince. And he was under a curse. So the game doesn't say, hey, you have to go here. But it's implied that that's probably important, because I heard earlier that the same prince has his key if I want to get treasure. So, if for no other motivation then I want to get treasure, go here. If you want to help a prince that's under a curse, go here. So there's multiple story points to kind of lead you to go here. I'm going to go to the village first. I can't afford anything here because, shit, I couldn't afford anything in the last village. But there's some cute characters here to talk to. They're elves. They're just silly little elves. All right, please help our prince. I'm not even going to go to the store. It's a waste of time. It's going to make me sad because I have no money. All right, finding people to talk to. I'm a prophet. The vision will come to me eventually. So you're eventually a prophet is what you're saying. I shall wait in meditation until then. So you're a homeless hobo until you start seeing visions. Alright. Armored weapons made with mithril silver are strong and powerful. And they're expensive. Just say it. You just have to say it. If the prince is not awakened, there will be no elf king, and the evil force of dark elves will conquer us all. Dark elves, you say? That might be important. Once when I was traveling, I wandered into an ancient castle. But no one was there, so I ran off from that spooky place. Alright, so there may be a spooky castle in our near future. Our prince was supposed to be chosen to become the elf king, but now this. I'm a prophet. The vision will come to me eventually. Alright. We already met your hobo friend. We're good. I could still go. Yeah, these elves are sweet. They mean no harm. Oh, okay. Yes. Hold on. I have to talk to this guy. No one knows where Astos, the king of the dark elves, is gone. Alright, so there's the elf prince at this castle with this place that I'm at. But there's also Astos, which is a dark elf. This here. These tombstones. Are you ready? Are you sitting down? Let that sink in. This is Square Enix's Troll on the NES. And I love it. I love it. In the original NES version, the character's name that they put here was the main character from Dragon Quest, actually. In all the remakes, they replaced it with Link. I love it. The other ones are just very plain rips. But nice little Easter egg. It's fantastic. It is an iconic mic drop. It's so good. I think this place is pretty lame to go to until I could actually complete stuff. Astos' curse. Okay, so we learned Astos was the dark elf. Astos' curse has plunged our prince into a deep sleep, and nothing seems to awaken him from it. Seems to wake him from it. Are you going to say the same thing? Yeah. Astos stormed in one day, cast a curse on our prince, and emptied all of the castle's treasure vaults. Aw, I wanted to empty all your treasure vaults. You're going to say the same thing. Oh, and here he is. Sleepy, sleepy. Astos cast a curse on our prince 5 years ago. So he's been sleeping for 5 years. My gosh. Causing him to fall into a deep slumber. What can lift this curse? Sleepy, sleepy. There's a cave on the western edge of the Aldine Sea where dwarves dwell. A great bunch they are. So, that allusion to dwarves. I know I've heard of a witch who can concoct any potions. Have we met a witch before? Yes. The witch that can concoct potions was Matoya from that cave, the one that was looking for that crystal eye. But every time I tried to talk to her, all she wanted to talk about was her crystal eye. So maybe I have to find this crystal eye first in order to get her to help me out with this potion. Explain all that just for the next line. To give it away. Yep. Thanks for the spoon. I will now feed. Oh yeah, I wanted to save over here. I knew there's one more thing. Notice these inns are going to start getting more and more expensive, which kind of sucks. Yes, that's going to be my quote of the day. Jimmy, you never played Final Fantasy 4, right? Or have you played 4? Yeah, the pirate lady. That is number 5. The pirate lady is number 5. Sorry, I'm being confusing. No, it's all good. 4 has a particular character named Edward. He is a bard. And one of the most famous Final Fantasy memes is a point in the game where Edward gets called a spoony bard. I don't know if you've ever heard that term spoony bard before, but it comes from Final Fantasy 4. I only bring that up just because of the spoon quote. Made me think of that. Yeah, I haven't heard of that. I mean, it's fine. It's a meme. So at this point, it's really difficult to advance in the game without a little bit of grinding. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do after this battle? I'm going to offer a little bit of flavor to this exact quest that I'm on. There's one location I can go to do that. And I'll probably call it a night from there once I get to that point. That'll give me some time to do some off-screen grinding, so I can actually be prepared for a couple of battles that are coming up that are going to be pretty difficult. Right. Yeah, you see why I hate fighting these wolves. They're tough to bring down. They give minimal gold, minimal experience. You can never run from them because they're so fast. They usually always have preemptive strikes on you because they are so fast. Usually always run from those wolves. I hope I can make it. But worst case, I die. Ogre. Ogres are probably the best thing to fight right now because their experience... Oh, shit. I'm not dealing enough damage. We're gonna have to run. Yeah, I'm too on the level to even go exploring right now. Oops. How close am I to where I'm trying to get? So what I'm thinking about going to is right here. This is the spooky castle that was alluded to. I'm gonna try to make it. I'm probably gonna die. But I'll at least get there for the sake of giving you the flavor that's actually there. And I'll probably die before I can get there and back. But let's see if I can at least just get there. It's just going to be a lot of running. Because I'm not strong enough to actually battle anything. So as long as I don't have preemptive strikes against me, I should be fine. Hey, we're almost there. Had a good stretch of no random encounters. Alright, so we're at this castle. I mentioned I wanted to give some flavor. And it is right here. So it's hard to kind of tell from the pixels, but yeah, there is someone sitting in that chair. Assos has taken all that belongs to this castle. Please go to the cave in the southern marsh and find the crown. Only the crown can restore this castle. Alright. So, order of events. I have a... Here, I'll back out of here. Oh. Notice in the bottom left-hand corner, there's some treasures. I can't enter there yet. That's also protected by the Mystic Key that I don't have yet. So there's a cave that he was talking about that I need to venture out to. And that cave is down here. But that cave is very difficult. There's a lot of monsters that cause poison. Yeah. So that's not good. What's that glowy thing? Oh yeah, that glowy thing is my boat. So since I have time, I probably will be able to make it back to the castle. I'll take a quick detour up here, so you guys can meet the dwarves, just for flavor purposes, so we can zip through that a little bit later, and not have to be as meticulous sharing story. Tarantula, I got this. I'm gonna regret all this because I'm gonna get poisons, but we'll see. Oh, just one? This is fine. Nice. Alright, let's get back to the castle. We're returning to the castle empty-handed. Like, look guys. I'm sorry, but your princess... Oops. This is not good. I better be able to flee from here. Your sleeping prince? I got nothing. I failed. I apologize. Daddy went out for a pack of smokes and never came back. Sorry. I hate running from wolves, especially big packs of them, because they're all going to get their attacks in, and they're just walloping on me right now. Run! Just please run! You're probably going to have to cast Cure on yourself. And they're still targeting poor Jams. Don't die. Thank you. So at this point, I just want to make it back. No, I still not good enough for the ogre. I'm probably... So for context, the marsh cave that I need to go to, the intended level to go through that marsh cave comfortably is anywhere from about 10 to 15. And I think I'm still like level 5 or something low. So yeah, it's going to require some grinding. Thank you for the flea. Take like 5 steps. Nope. I would love to fight these ogres because they give so much experience and gold. I'm just not strong enough for it yet. But I will be. Don't worry. I'll get good. Let's heal up from getting beat on a little bit. Yep, we're back. And I forgot the smokes. For alas, we are only children. Youths. I'm sorry. We're still youths. That's actually low-key important to the story. The fact that we are the youths. I'm not going to give any spoilers about why, but that's going to be important. The youths of the nation. We are. Oop, that sucks. Oops. Just want to flee. Just want to flee. My quarrels are not with you, brave ogres. Well-respected ogres. Here, take my ship. Sorry. I couldn't help myself on that one. If I know Final Fantasy, there is a conspiracy. Oh yeah. Final Fantasy is never... You get what you see. It's always more complicated than that. If Final Fantasy was a relationship status, it would be it's complicated. Hey, we leveled up. Alright, so I'm trying to find this port. Ooh, this is going to get me some crazy gold. Got to take advantage of this. Even though it's going to take a hot second to beat them. Fortunately, they don't deal too much damage. I'm going to turn the game music down. I'm getting a little bit tired of the battle music myself. Just doing the smashy X button. Oop, actually, Lolo's taking some hits. We might have to heal up a little bit. I mean, when you're just grinding in Final Fantasy, let's be real. There's a lot of button mashing that goes on. I'm not even gonna skate around that one. Honestly, I button mash and listen to other people's streams. Or at least that's what I did. A lot of my Final Fantasy 1 normal mode was listening to all y'all's streams. So if you ever saw me or if you ever noticed I was particularly quiet in chat that night, it's because I had my hand on the controller button mashing. Either that or walking back and forth on the map trying to find these rare monsters. Grinding X2 to streams, yeah. I mean, it makes it more palatable. Alright, so I need to cross this and go up. God, that was a little deceiving. In my young bachelor days, I had side-by-side TV setups to game on one and watch TV on the other. I still don't think I'm... Ooh, I didn't realize I was as low as health as I am. Alright, so I'm trying to find the dwarf cave. I don't want to miss it, because I'm low on health. So let's heal up before we take up a few more steps. And fortunately, at the dwarf cave, there's actually some good payoffs for even getting there. They do have some good treasures to pick up. This is, like, playing on easy mode is so crazy. The fact... Oh! Alright, I need to correct myself from something I said earlier. Notice the MP for jams at level 1 is 9 out of 12. So on normal mode, they all capped at 9. So on easy mode, I'm remembering now, each of these actually cap at 99. Oh my god. It's so much easier. I've never played easy mode. Like, the normal mode on the PS1 version is identical to the NES version that only has one version or one mode to it. So playing on easy mode is that aspect is new to me. So there's gonna be some things that are kind of blow me away once in a while of how easy some parts are gonna be. Because I already noticed, obviously the leveling up gets higher. All right, here are the dwarves. Rally ho! And I do a little dance. Let's do that again. Rally ho! Dance for me, dwarf. Yes, thank you. Come here. I'm looking for the levy stone. You see, the levy stone can make anything float in the air. I hear the nitro powder was taken to a castle and was locked away inside a room. So it was taken to a castle and locked away inside of a room. Leads you to think that it might be locked behind one of those rooms that require the mystic key. Huh? This noise? Oh, Grandpa Nellick. He's at his rock. Busting again. Busting again? I don't want to walk in on that. This is a family-friendly chat game. An armlet can work as armor. It protects you. Huh? This noise? Okay. Apparently everyone knows about Grandma busting it. Have you spoken with Smith? The Smith? No, I haven't. Obvious, the obvious? Alright. With the crystal eye, even a blind one is able to see everything. But I hear that dark elf Astos stole it from Matoya, the witch. Alright, so now we're really bringing together the path that needs to happen. We need to get the crown from the Marsh Cave. We need to defeat Astos to get the crystal eye. Bring the crystal eye to Matoya. Matoya is going to make a potion that's going to wake up the Elf King. So that's our path. Unless you're really paying attention to every single little conversation it's all optional. It's very missable, and a reason why Final Fantasy 1 is tricky. The earth has begun to rot. From the west it comes. Really? Because I hear from Grandpa. Never mind. I'll stop. Ooh, is this Grandpa? Are you busting right now? How can I forge a sword worthy of leaving its name in history? Perhaps that legendary metal, adamantine, can Grandpa be busting. Locked? Man. Alright, I just went in a big circle. Arrgh, so close to completing the canal, and a darn rock gets in my way. If only I had nitro powder. Alright, so he wants nitro powder. And he's talking about making a canal. Remember earlier I mentioned that I'm landlocked with my boat? That's what's going to help me get unlandlocked. Is helping that guy. Ooh, yeah, here's the treasures. Yeah, helping that guy finish the canal. Yeah, like literally, Jamie, every conversation in this game, whether it's obvious or extremely subtle, actually is important. Including the dirty face. Just kidding. With Crystal Eye, even a blind one. Did I already do this? Yeah. But I want your treasures. I want your life fortunes in my pocket. Now I can afford stuff. So this canal right here is what the dwarf is trying to finish, and he needs the natural powder to do that. So, it's almost 10. I am going to see if I can kill this ogre. I am not going to be able to kill this ogre. That was a pretty hefty strike. Let me see how much HP ogres have. I do have my guide next to me, and this is my first time referencing it. And it's only just in case I got stuck. Ogres have 100 HP. Let me actually get one ogre down. For the books. Ow. I mean, the bet is... Oh, nice. I was going to say the bet is that James was going to get the death blow. But Cake came in with a nice slice. 2 steps. Great. Wolves. Great. Run. Run for your life. I hate fighting wolves. It's so hard to run from them. It's literally one of the hardest enemies in the whole game to run from. They gave him such stupid high agility that you will fail running from wolves more than any other monster in the game. I'm not going to take on 2 ogres. I barely got through 1. So earlier you may have noticed that the inns got progressively more and more expensive with each town that I came across. So, in order to kind of cheat the system with that, I'm going to go back to our starting village and save there. And only have to pay that 30 gold. And we'll call it a night at that point. Ouch. Oh, not the preemptive strike. Please be able to run from this. Thank you very much. Alright. Stupid first strikes. Yeah, let's just get out of here. Shouldn't be too hard to run. Yeah, the other reason that the wolves are really hard to run away against is that you are... There's a... I really want to get that gold. I'm sorry. Your flee and your speed... It's the best way to explain it. When fleeing, you have a speed check and a luck check against the enemy's agility and speed. But it checks you against every single enemy, and you have to pass for every single enemy. In addition... Cake is getting low on HP. I'm going to have to heal him in a second. Actually, he was almost dead, wasn't he? Sorry, I know it's mid-thought. Do not want one of my characters to die and miss out on HP. Or, yeah, on experience. There's also a factor where when you try to flee, it checks the stats of 2 party members down from where you're at. And for the bottom 2, it cycles up. So why that's a mechanic as well, I don't know. But there's some weird complexities when trying to flee. And that's where the thief comes in handy, because the thief has ridiculously high luck stat to improve his ability to flee. Did we not kill anyone on that round? Alright, more cures on the cake. I'm purely doing this for money. It's going to help out with getting some better equipment, which will also help out with grinding later. So you are suffering from my greed. The least fun part about Final Fantasy, the grind. it's about the journey. My wife is always telling me that. It's about the journey, not the destination. Wise words. Alright, so we're back to our starting town. And we're going to go save. We haven't saved the world yet. But we're on our way. What do we get to? Like level 6? Somewhere around there? I think level 6 is respectable. Yeah, as far as playing 2 hours, getting to level 6, it's pretty quick in comparison to normal mode. All right, so Jamie, I super appreciate your hype for the game and helping to tweet out a little bit of hype to let others know that I'm playing this, and also being my first follower in Twitch as well. So much appreciated for the encouragement to get into Twitch. I also obviously have to give a big thank you to my wife who set up the whole stream setup that I have. I'm technologically incompetent sometimes, and she is a media specialist, so this was right in her wheelhouse. So big thanks to my wife for all of this setup. Also thank you to, I failed to mention it enough in this stream, or really at all, but again, Lolo Cake and Jams, named after, if you look at the title of my stream, named after some Twitch friends that I've made, is some of the people that I started following when I first joined Twitch. And I know everyone kind of goes in and out of people that they like to follow or whatever, but these guys have been pretty important in my enjoyment of Twitch. All three of them have fantastic streams. They're really good, wholesome people. Really good content, so I encourage any and all of you to check out their streams whenever they're streaming. I do have them set up for me to auto-host any of their streams whenever they are streaming, and I'm not. So yeah, please do enjoy their streams whenever you get a chance to. So again, thank you very much, and we are going to raid Lolo, speaking of a friend. So let's get that going. Hey, Little Child Cocktail. Did I spell all that right? I believe I did. Cool. Thanks, everybody. Bye.